Yesterday, I saw Luke Taylor, said hi to him. He said, you know, I just won a tournament this last weekend. Yesterday was his first time seeing the course, and clearly he likes it. 8 down through 16, a chance to be at or near the lead heading into day 2. Young guy, Luke Taylor, great player.
He's really come on in these last couple of years. We've been talking about him more and more here on the network.
Yeah, he actually told me, he's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to play good so that you guys get to watch me. I say, hey, I would love that. So he's kind of keeping his promise.
Yeah, we saw him really at the Preserve just a few months ago. As one of the most recent times, as Wysocki looking to approach, doesn't seem to have a problem with it.
I'll say about 80 to 85% of the course, when you're in the rough, the underbrush is really clean. And I don't know if that's just natural because of these big mature trees or a lot of the maintenance that the crew has done. And I think it's probably a combination. But very nice on the low brush, but you still have a lot of little trees to deal with. Simon does a nice job there, just getting himself close to save his par.
Varela, 3 under through the first 4, steps up to the roller here on 5's tee.
Cameras, unfortunately, and this is actually a good reason to be out there in person, are never going to do this hole justice. It's a slope the entire way. That shot was nearly perfect by Barella.
Early bogey coming here for Wysocki. Right around circle's edge for Robinson, just left of the pin. Well, Doss will chalk that up as a bonus birdie. He said only coming into this, 7 people had birdied it prior. And you hear great birdie being called out there by the card mates. Certainly was. As Macbeth now, it's not so much the distance or even the slight elevation, it's just a matter of, will any of these branches be directly in his path?
I mean, just the way he's lining it up, it looks like he's going to do a little nose up here. Yeah, nice putt. A lot of speed on that one. Basket got in the way. The only guy to bogey was the guy who didn't find the fairway on the tee shot. That just goes to show you hitting these landing zones is going to be critical. Oh no. Immediate Terry, first tree available. Gannon just doing a nice job at positioning himself here. You gotta watch that check roll though. This slope is so severe, but he does stick up there, and that's a very nice shot.
McMahon looks to have a perfectly fine recovery shot, but when you're setting up and you're thinking about this hole, whether it was last night or when you're going to play in a couple days, you're thinking, yeah, that's one of the must-get birdies out here on this course. So McMahon hoping to escape now with a par. Oh, and a little love, little kick out. Gives him the wide open look as opposed to anything obstructed, but Robinson dialed in the first 3 holes.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to Eagle. how fortunate it was that he got all the way out into the open. Maybe going to go on to save his par. I'm also thinking about Isaac Robinson, who won the Champions Cup last year at WR Jackson. And he's starting off today's round looking pretty good. That said, you still have Ivy Hill to deal with, which is a somehow, some way, more slope, more distance, more everything than even the toboggan will give us in a couple of weeks.
Wish the quality was a bit better.
A bad initial kick, but it looks like a sign stopped him and prevented him from carrying even more off track. So we'll see if there's still a look there for Lizotte.
Yeah, the sign he hit actually says conservation area. Traditionally, these areas on the right side of holes 1, 2, and 3 have all been marked as OB. But here at the Worlds, they've taken that OB line out.
And that is a definition of a bounce back for Wysocki, bogeying on the second and now coming back on the third to pick up the birdie. And yeah, if we were wondering how we saw Eagle, actually that was his second shot. So we were misled there. This is for his bogey.
Gosh, that makes so much more sense.
Yes.
When I originally saw his, what we thought was second, I'm going, how?
How did he get over there?
Exactly.
Not enough magic in Eagle's bag to get over there. So yes, he's going to pick up a bogey on one of the easiest holes.
And again, so hard to cover this hole with the cameras, but AB, he could not place it in a better spot. He's at the top of the hill. He can see the basket. As juxtaposed to what Gannon Burr has, Gannon is down the slope a little bit. With Gannon's height, he can probably still see the basket, but has to deal with a little bit more slope. And what a nice job by Gannon.
Laurie Lettinen also doing some work out there at 7 under.
And we